back here. Okay, just make sure the.
We're good. I'll turn my Wi-Fi off.
Okay.
140.
All right, so I've killed the video. Once you hear us in the audio, bring us back up. Mm-hmm. Go back at it. Oh.
You gotta say something.
Are we back up? Can you hear me? Back projecting to the void.
Oh, say can
Right by the flag.
you see?
That's fine. Oh, the delay is fine.
Yeah.
But just as long as it's clear back up. All right, bring the video up. Yeah, monitor the packets on OBS.
Yeah, monitor that shit.
And we should be good. I mean, all right, cool. We're back.
Yay!
Yeah, video's up.
We're back.
The video's up?
Okay, cool. Okay, so
Yes.
you walked the stage.
Wow. Yes. So there
that
was
had a cardboard cutout of your president
cardboard cutout. You're
and
so good at what
and
you
a
do.
fucking emotional support dog was on stage.
Well, yeah, he was off to the side because it was COVID.
Did it have a handler with the dog?
Yes.
Okay, so I had a fucked up vision of a cardboard cutout, and then they just tied the dog to some fucking pole, and it was like
No, I actually have the picture, but yes, it was literally exactly like that. So, and to tell the story, what had happened was I majored in sales. Ugh.
sales. Oh shit.
Well, yeah, because I was going to college and I realized, hold on, I'm dumb.
Yeah, it's a realization I had too.
What does anybody major in when they realize they're stupid? Either sales or marketing. And yes, bitch, I'm a double major. We had to do like mock role plays and stuff like that for to figure out how you were
Like sales pitches and shit, like meetings and right.
Exactly. And so I went up against this guy who was like a real world, his job was not a part of the script. He was actually real, in his role. And so I did my sales role play with him, and I sprinkled that little T-baby dust in my little role play. And of course, without a shadow of a doubt, let's say a week later, he was hitting me up and he was like, I really liked your role play. I really like your vibe. Really good at this company. I won't say the name, but I think you would be really good at this company. It's one of the top 50 companies in the world. I'll say that.
Good shit.
Yes. And he was like, what do you say? And at the time, I was telling you, I was so depressed and I was so just bummed out, from the pandemic and from friends who ended up being snakes and lost relationships and stuff like that.
So you've already walked at this point. You graduated. You got a diploma.
No. This was before.
Oh, before. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I'm an icon, bitch. I didn't have to graduate to get no fucking job. Fuck you, me. I had my shit before I graduated. What you saying to me?
Yeah.
But no, he did that. But I was doing.
Okay. Right.
Was happening, and by the grace of God, I was able to land it.
Good shit.
And then I landed it. They were like, bet, you got the job. We can't wait to have you aboard. Plot twist, you got to move your black ass to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
My headset.
I don't think I've laughed this much in the opening 20 fucking minutes. Okay, so they get you to...
Yes.
So I'd imagine that Albuquerque was not in their opening sales pitch.
No.
Yeah, I did not think so.
No, it was like, oh, plot twist, But lucky for them, they had the right depressed, unprescribed motherfucker to fucking be like, bitch, I don't have nothing to lose. I am clinging to life by the skin on my goddamn teeth. Take me anywhere but here.
So, okay, so before we go into you physically moving, did you grow up in Illinois?
Yeah, I did. Born and
Okay,
raised.
so you had family there. You had roots there.
I did.
So
course.
it wasn't. You have to go into it if you don't want to, but like it wasn't even a question for you that like, hey, it's time to get up and leave.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, no, I respect the shit out of that because that's exactly how I feel about Albuquerque. Like, I love this place. I have friends here, obviously.
Yes.
But
if the opportunity comes,
yeah, I'm giving myself about 18 months.
Okay, that's fair.
To figure out what's going on, and because I just like you, I've become very lucky recently. I'm with a decent company that has upward movement.
Yes.
And I'm looking at, how do I leave and maintain doing this and stuff like that, because obviously I have how would you say it, like I have like not ties, but like I have the ability to continue doing this with people, like with because I love doing it with my friends, like we were talking about beforehand. He's episode 1 and he's also episode 100. Like that's I have my friends here. I'm growing a small audience in Albuquerque where I can keep talking to people, but then it's like, how do I network and move out? So that's my goal over the next 18 months. For you, were you like, I gotta think about it a little bit, or was it like, hey, I've been here long enough, it's time to get the fuck out and not start a new life, but continue what I'm already doing?
Literally, I signed the contract on the spot.
Good for you.
I did not think about it. There was nothing to think about. But something that I've noticed is like the difference between where I'm from versus like Albuquerquean people.
Well,
right?
dude, the South is so like. Is Illinois considered the South?
No.
Okay, because mind you, the only part of
South.
no, because the only southern part of the country I've been to is Alabama.
That's where they fucking their cousins.
Because my mother's side of the family is from fucking Alabama.
No.
Yeah, and that's, dude. Let me tell you, I'm not the brownest Mexican around, but walking into a Alabamian gun store looking like me, literally, it was like when SpongeBob and Patrick walked into the Salty Spittoon and they all just like turned on them.
Oh yeah. Well, that
Same thing. So you moving from Illinois to Albuquerque, what was different?
Well, what I was about to say, but I want to also touch on that last point about the SpongeBob thing. But what I was gonna say is like, so at least where I'm from, we kind of all rip on where we're from, and like from a young age, we're kind of taught in a way like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Because when I say I'm from Illinois, I don't want you to think I'm from Chicago, even though I very much give Chicago energy.
You make me laugh. You're a funny motherfucker.
But I'm not from Chicago. I'm from 3 hours south from a city called Peoria. Shout out to the 309. But we're taught like, oh, this place sucks. Like, get the fuck out. Like, there's so much more to life. And then when I moved to Albuquerque, and obviously you guys have the nickname of the land of entrapment. I said, speak for your motherfucking self, not me, bitch. I will be out of here in 2 years.
Good for you. I endorse the shit out of that. Good for you.
People here are kind of taught like, this is all there is. Like, stay here. Like, you were born here. You were raised here. You should die here.
I'll push back on that because I agree. But I think it's like 80% of that. And the foundation of that isn't like, it's maybe for some people, it's out of pride. For New Mexico, the Hispanic culture, stuff like that. Like, I'm not negating that. But for a lot of people, and I've experienced it firsthand, and on this podcast, like countless people have talked about it, where it's, people, I feel like it's a very generic thing, no matter where you go, where people want you to be successful, not more successful than them. Oh. Like, that's a thing. Mm-hmm. But for here, you get that, like, again, that Hispanic, like, New Mexican twist. It was like, oh, what? You think you're better than me now? You think you're all famous now? You think you got money now? What's up?
All.
Like, that's,
you're all sick.
Yeah, you're all famous. You're all bad. Like, that's
fucking bad.
Like, how many people have fucking said that on this podcast? Right? Like, for the music people alone that we've had here that are trying to make it out. How many of them have said that?
At least 2.
More than that.
That's why I said at least.
Yeah. So many fucking people have said that, where it's our generation or a little bit younger.
Yeah.
That's trying to make it out, do their thing, And then the older generation, like the old heads, they're like, no, this is like, you're not better than us. You can't make it better than us.
Yeah.
And then, because like for me, my plan is to get out of here, but I would love to be in a position where I go out and whatever I get successful at or I make money at doing, I would love to be able to come back and pump money back into this. Because I do love it here. I do love it here, but I also realize that there is a fucking ceiling here. There's a ceiling, and then there's like 1,500 football fields, and then there's high desert. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's be real. And then who lives in high desert right now, and who lives in Tanawan? It's motherfuckers from California and New York that come in and buy 3 homes that range between $600,000 to 1.5 of them, and I respect the shit out of that because you made your money, whatever. I can't shit on that because I do the same exact thing. If I had that money, I would do the same exact thing.
Anybody that shits on that is just mad that they can't do it themselves.
Exactly. No, exactly. And that's why, like, I feel very fortunate and I feel very blessed that I'm able to, talk to people and do this fucking in general. But, like, I'm seeing post-COVID, I'm seeing music, I'm seeing comedy, I'm seeing so much entertainment just sprout everywhere, and it's growing and people are going about their own paths. But the idea that this is all the world has to offer it's fucking bananas to me. Like, I specifically do not allow because like if you have Windows, it'll show like on your wallpapers like a bunch of different places and vistas and islands and jungles and all, like, the Great Wall of China and the fucking pyramids. And I specifically changed that shit to not be that because I look at that for too long. I like, fuck, dude, there's so much more out there.
Yeah.
And I only say that for New Mexico. If you live in one state and you're getting told that's all there is to the world, you're getting lied to by people that are bitter.
Come on.
Like, that's all it is.
Speak, King. Come on.
So you come here and you're dealing with that culture.
Yes.
How do you initially react to that?
It definitely. That's a good question. How did I initially react to that? So, to that part specifically of like.
That part in general, like, because I'd imagine coming from a place like Illinois and then coming to fucking New Mexico.
Yeah.
Most motherfuckers outside of a 200-mile radius doesn't even know New Mexico's on the fucking United States of America.
Oh,
all right.
I didn't.
So
I had to literally pull up the map. I promise. Like, I'm not even saying this to be funny. I had to, when they said you are going to be moving to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah.
I want you to know, I forgot what that. I forgot what that 50th motherfucker is.
That's funny.
I forgot. I was like, oh. What? I forgot about. To me, this was the flag. And so they were like, you got to move to Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm like, now, first of all, that don't even sound like a word black people can pronounce.
Fuck.
So I know.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, oh, I'm finna be single as hell. And then, I was like, but my initial reaction to being told that was, I was all for it, if I'm being honest, right?
Yeah.
Like, I was scared, and I told the recruiter, too. I told the person that sent me out here, I was like, I looked up the demographic. There's a 1.7% black demographic out in Albuquerque. And at the time, things were very interesting. A lot of tension politically. Yeah. And so it was something I had to really be mindful of, especially as a double minority. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I did bring up those concerns, but, after those were addressed, I was all for it because I'm all about taking risks. I'm all about getting out of your comfort zone. And so the initial shock was overwhelming. But once I got here, and now that I'm settled in after being a year and a half here, I mean, really, like, I have met the greatest people in my life.
That's awesome.
I mean, like, and I feel like my calendar and my planner, whatever, is always so back to back to back with stuff, you know, just hanging out with people. There's not a lot to do here, but once you really like find your footing and you find your community and you find people to be with, it's really not that bad of a place to be, you know? And right now I'm kind of at the point in my career where I'm thinking about the next place that I want to go. And, you know, when I first moved here, thinking about that next spot it was easy. And I was like, oh, this is where I'm going to be next. Like, I'm not even whatever. But now I'm like, I really want to move. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. But just thinking about like just all the people and the memories and just the love that I would be leaving behind, it makes it really, really, really hard. Like there's definitely, what I can say is, I'm not from Chicago, right? But just for like a broad reference that maybe people could relate to a little bit more, right? I do identify as a city boy. Okay. Yeah. But, you know, with that, there comes a lot of like fakeness, lack of authenticity, no real love. You can't find real love in the streets. Like, be fucking for real. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so there's a lot of great people from Chicago. Some of the best people I've met in my life are from Chicago. But here, that slower vibe and that slower pace, it's really, really, really hard. Hard to find your footing here. But, you know, I have the mindset where, like, I refuse to be a victim. So I put myself out there. I did a lot of things, met a lot of people, shook a lot of hands, sucked a lot of dicks to really... Fuck, dude. To really... find my people...
So the most fun I've had.
Yes. To really find my people. And now that I have found my people, it's like it will be, you know, once I move on, it will be the hardest thing to I don't want to say leave, because the people that I'm talking about, which you know some of them, but the people I'm talking about, I would never consider that I'm leaving them. Yeah. You know, like, it's just... You're
going on to the next phase.
I'm going on to the next phase.
Like, the next chapter. No, yeah. And that's what's great, dude. Like, you're very fortunate that you found the people that you have and you've made these relationships. I mean, I can't speak for all of them because I don't know all of them, you know? But our generation, I feel like, is the most accepting of the idea of get out and do your thing. Absolutely. Without any strings attached. Yes. Like, you better come back. Yes. Or you better know. It's like, no, dude, like, I'm glad I've met you. You're a great person, whatever. But if you want more, go get it.
And I think that, you know, and I tell my friends this very candidly, because I'm very candid. I'm very open with my, like, emotions. Like, I'll sit here and I'll talk about all the good parts about Albuquerque, but I'll talk about the parts where I feel like, you know, sometimes it feels a bit like the environment it kind of lacks this sense of ambition. That's what I miss so much about the city. Yeah. You know, it's like people there, they don't take the time to get to know you because everybody's on the hunt for success, for the next come up, everybody there is on a mission. Yeah. Here, the land of mañana, we can wait until tomorrow. Yep. People are a little bit less worried about that, but you know, I tell all my friends that I'm like, there is so much more to the world than the 505. The 505 is great. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let me say something.
No, go ahead, dude. Talk your shit.
The 505 is great. 505 is not great for me. And I want to tell you why.
And that's fine.
Real quick. You'll never see me with a beer in my hand. Ever. And there's like a brewery on every goddamn corner.
I think the last time we
like-
spoke, we were at a brewery.
We met at a motherfucking brewery. I'm like, oh my god, what you think? Like, I want to be having that cup of water in my hand? No, I went
Yeah.
up there and ordered a fucking green tea shot. They were like, what is that? Kiss my ass with that shit. No, you'll never see me with a beer in my hand. Too many calories, and I like to stay. That's the new ad. Hatch Red and Green Blend.
That's it.
If you want to feel something, if you want to love something, eat chopped chili.
Yes, that's the ad, folks.
Shout out to that. What is this? This has medium. And see, my fucking problem with y'all is y'all put medium on shit, and that shit is like, it's higher than high.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
it's
extreme.
medium. Oh, you knock this down. Move this back up for you.
Sorry.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, like I've shipped out a couple, like whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I tell them like, yo, that's medium for New Mexicans.
Yeah. Oh, wait, but hold on. This is actually, I might have to try this because it's gluten free.
Yeah, dude. Tried, and I was
3
like,
days.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I love chicken. I love red meat. I can't. I love eggs. I
Yes.
can't do it. But yeah, that's why I mess with them, dude. Like it's all from New Mexico,
Yeah.
completely from here, and it is probably because like. No hate. You don't want to open that. You don't want to open that. Yeah.
not?
Because I don't know what the expiration date is on that.
Oh, okay.
I just had it sealed. Because if you have it sealed, it's
Yeah.
not like going to smell bad.
not gonna smell
It's not going to whatever. But because I got that a long time ago. But I just had that for display.
Yes.
But because with a lot of the chili companies, like not trying to talk shit, but it's mass produced. Like even though it's from Hatch, like they'll get mass shipments from Hatch, New Mexico, but then they'll put it through processors, they'll put it through factories, they'll do this, that, and the other. But I know for a fact because I've spoken to the owner. Like we had like while we were, I wouldn't say negotiating because I was very open to having a sponsor.
Yeah.
But like we were talking about like what they wanted to know what I was about as much as I wanted to know about them.
Yeah.
And I learned about how they make their shit, how they package it, how they bottle it, how they ship it out, and it is.
A page anywhere?
Yeah.
Like somewhere you can follow them?
Yep, it's it's just Chop Chili Co. on Instagram, Facebook. I'm sure they're on Twitter.
I might have to follow them. This is actually, it's so cute because it looks so legit.
Yeah.
If you didn't tell me this was like local, I would have thought this is something that you could just.
Like commercial.
Yes, absolutely.
they're about
Like,
it, dude.
It's giving Walmart, it's giving Target, it's giving
Yeah,
all these.
they're
even. Like, I
they're.
love
It,
that.
I think they're working on Walmart right now,
Yeah,
but I
it's
know
good for them.
I know that they're in Smiths, Albertsons, Lowe's, like all they're the shit. Anyway,
Anyway, I hate spicy food.
yes,
And yeah, but I like the whole reason I moved out here is because I like to try new things. You know what I mean? And so like I do when I can. Like I try red chili, I try green chili, I try all that. Was absolutely gagged that you can get a fucking McDonald's burger. Fucking green chili. I want y'all to know y'all are the only people on the planet that offer that.
I visited Alabama like 7 years ago with my
Yeah.
family, right? My poor mother, not the smartest person in the world. My poor
Oh
mother.
my god, how are you gonna
She-
say that?
Oh, we don't have a good relationship.
Okay.
So I should have prefaced that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have prefaced that. I'm sorry. But anyway, but it's the truth. So she in the airport, right? So my grandmother.
knows, bitch, read a fucking book. It's jalapenos. Come on. What was you finna say?
It's jalapenos, bro.
It's what?
Jalapenos.
There is no H in that word.
I can't argue. I can't argue against people that make me laugh. Fuck. They added post-COVID. They added Washington D.C. to like the education and healthcare and GDP rankings, and because of that, New Mexico became 51st in education. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I thought
51st.
out of 50 states.
Yeah. So they added. Yeah, so out of the 50 states, they added Washington D.C. as like a state, quote unquote.
my God.
Even though they're a district, a territory. District. Yeah, District of Columbia. Duh. So they're a district. They added them to the rankings because so many people live there, right? Yeah, we're 51st.
So you mean to tell me
Yeah, dude, we're 51st.
y'all not even
Yeah.
here no more?
Yeah, Washington took our
Y'all
spot.
way over here. Let me tell you. You know what? It does not surprise me, Noah, and I'll tell
No.
you why. Because I am a young hot bachelor in his 20s, right? And I am in these streets, and
Is education a qualifier for you?
yes, and that's why I'm still single.
All right, fair enough.
Because the conversations that you would have with some of these men is just particularly the men.
Yeah.
Now, the women, I've met some pretty smart women out here, but the men are just, it's giving like, it's 51st would be a compliment.
Yeah.
Because it's giving 111, bitch. Like, if you talk to any